Patience here, your psychic intuitive host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about your non-physicalness. Here on the YouTube channel, Patience with Spirit, we do collective reads for psychic development with my very own spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle. And on our TikTok, we show you our ascension process, where I have in real time cataloged my own ascension process by using the help of my very own spirit guides, which we teach you to do. I am so happy to be here. I am so blessed. Everything always works out for me, and I am truly loved, and I'm truly favored, and I am an infinite, limitless being that is capable of anything they put my mind to. And I'm here for you to be of service so you can get a higher perspective of linear views, because we can perceive from a higher perspective. So I went to the gym, I moved my energy, I'm feeling real good. And I was like, I'm always like, what do you want me to, what are the messages? How can we help? Because that is what, 1:11 on the clock. To me, what makes me very happy, and I can't speak for anyone else, I'm only speaking for myself, is to help people. And so Spirit has taught me that it's really about following what feels good emotionally, not physically. Sure, things can feel good physically. We do have the capability of feeling physical pleasure, but it's about following something more fulfilling, something a little more filling that is sustainable. And the way to do that is to honor your emotions, your energy, emotion. So by following what makes me emotionally feel good, what keeps me in an emotional state of peace and balance and love, is following the thing that matches that emotion, which is helping people. So that's for me. So that's something that Spirit says is the best way to understand what direction to go in if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like what you're doing doesn't work, because often a lot of people keep doing the same repeated patterns over and over again and then wonder why they feel bad. And they don't move their energy, they don't meditate, they don't look at their emotions, and so they stay stuck in a loop. And I was like, how can we help people understand themselves from a higher perspective? So I was sitting here and I was like, you know what, I want to read the Bible, because I'm trying to get to know my ancestors more. And so I opened it up. I said, God, tell me what you want me to know. And I opened it up to a parable of infidelity. And it's kind of long. I'll read a little bit of it, but basically, I'll read a little bit, okay? So it says, a parable of infidelity, idolatry, and unfaithfulness, Ezekiel 16. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, make known to Jerusalem her abominations. And it says her, so this is probably going to talk about a woman. You shall say, thus says the Lord God to Jerusalem, by origin and birth you belong to the land of the Canaanites. Your father was an Amorite and your mother a Hittite. As for your birth, on the day you were born, your navel cord was not cut. You were not washed with water or anointed. You were not rubbed with salt or wrapped in swaddling cloths. Basically, I guess you weren't baptized. No eye looked on you with pity or compassion to do any of these things for you. Rather, on the day you were born, you were left out in the field and rejected. Oh, that kills me. That is so sad. Let me move that. It's so sad. Then this is God speaking to this person. Then I passed by and saw you were struggling in your blood, and I said to you in your blood, live. I helped you grow up like a field plant, so that you grew, maturing into a woman with breasts developed and hair grown, but still you were stark naked. I passed you by again and saw that you were old enough now for love. So I spread the corner of my cloak, which means, it says right here, spread the corner of my cloak, one way to acquire a woman for marriage. And it also says a son's illicit sexual relations with his father's wife is described as uncovering the edge of the father's garment. I don't know what that's about yet, but but we'll see. What was I? Where are those little asterisks? Oh my gosh. Okay. No, I lost it. Oh, here. Over you to cover. So they married this person. This person married this woman who became of age to be when she was old enough. And he took her under her wing and gave her silk robes and jewelry and oils and like crowned her head and fine flour, honey and olive oil. You were very, very beautiful, fit for royalty. You were renowned among the nations for your beauty, perfected by the splendor I showered on you, oracle of the Lord God. So this woman was also psychic, okay? This woman was rejected at birth. She wasn't baptized, but someone took her under their wing, and when they were old enough, they married them. But after the oracle of the Lord, so they were actually a psychic also. But you trusted in your own beauty, you were vain, and you used your beauty to serve as a prostitute. You poured out your prostitution on every passerby, let it be his. You took some of your garments and made for yourself gaudy high places, where you served as a prostitute. It has never happened before, nor will it happen again. You took the splendid gold and silver ornaments that I have given you and made for yourself male images and served as a prostitute with them. You took your embroidered garments to cover them, my oil and my incense. You set before them the food I had given you, the fine flour, the pleasant odor, says the Lord God. The sons and daughters you bore for me, you took and offered as sacrifices for them to devour. Was it not enough that you had become a prostitute? You slaughtered and immolated my children to them, making them pass through fire. In all of your abominations and prostitutions, you did not remember the days of your youth when you were stark naked, struggling in your blood. Then after all your evil doing, woe, woe to you, oracle of the Lord God, you built yourself a platform and raised up a dais. What's a dais? A dais. What the heck is a dais? So basically, this person took everything they were given by God. How wild your lust, oracle of the Lord, that you did all of these works of your shameless prostitute when you built your platform at every intersection and set up your high place in every public square. But unlike a prostitute, you disdained payment. Adulterous wife taking strangers in place of her husband. Prostitutes usually receive gifts, but you bestowed gifts on all your lovers, bribing them to come to you for prostitution from every side. Thus, in your prostitution, you were different from any other woman. No one solicited you for prostitution. Instead, you yourself offered payments. What a reversal! So this person uses their body to get what they want. So basically, they do get payment, but their payment is usually, manipulation. So this person's a prostitute that doesn't take payments. Their payments is how they can use you and manipulate you for whatever you have. And they're an oracle too, using their gifts to manipulate people. Okay. Come through, Spirit. Alrighty. Let's do this, okay? Here we go. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being with us. It is my honor and my pleasure to be of service. I hope that these messages help people. Let's see who our protagonist is, okay? Let me see. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. John, the architect from Minnesota. It's a man. This is about a man. A man who prostitutes himself, but not for money, to manipulate people into doing what they want. Alright, let's see. We'll do the goal. What's his goal? Why is he doing that? 2. 1, 2. To know God. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my God, that's so sad. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard in the world. This person, let's just keep, well, this person clearly is misguided about how to speak to God. They think it's through sex for some reason. What's the obstacle? Let's roll the dice. The obstacle. 2. 1, 2. Mother! Didn't it say that the son had sex with the father's wife? Oh my God. What's the action? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does research at the library. So there's something that they're studying, or their goal is to research something, to know God, to build something. They're trying to build something. They're trying to build something by having sex with a bunch of people to know God, and their obstacle is the mother. The obstacle is the mother. Interesting. Okay. Jiminy crickets. Let's see these. Oh, shit. I dropped them. Okay, I guess not those ones. Sorry, Spirit, I read that wrong. Okay, show me something else. Alright. Let's do, I haven't done these. Let's do these. 6 sense cards. Alright, Spirit, tell us what you want us to know. How can we help? How can we get a higher perspective of this person's linear view? How can we be of service? Thank you so much for being with me, being with us. Please put us in a protective bowl of love and light. Thank you so much for the messages. It's my honor to bring them forward. What can we help share about this message from a higher perspective? How can we help? The bus shelter in the rain and a half-eaten box of Fig Newtons. I don't know if I can use those. Those are kind of hard. I don't know. I'm not feeling those. I'm trying to do something different, but that was not it. I'm still learning. Remember, this is psychic development, okay? Don't touch me. I really like my apples, but that's like my go-to. Let's do... Man, I'm so indecisive right now. Let's do some replies, okay? What does this person talk like? What is this person's text messages like? How can we get a higher perspective of everything? Thank you so much for being with us. Please help me give the messages. Little titty, my brother. Litty titties, my brother. Litty titties. Litty titties. Okay, this person's very immature. Okay, litty titties. Just a little titty, bitty titty, the idiot. What was that song by Pharaoh Munch? It's like, the itty bitty titty committee pitied a fool that acts shitty in the midst of the calm, the witty. Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up. Throw your hands in the sky. Po, 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 po. Jersey in the back sipping yak, y'all. What's up? Girls, rub on your titties. Yeah, about good. I said it. Rub on your titties. So this person likes to party. Okay, this person likes titties, partying, could possibly like men and women, be bisexual. Maybe that's why they're so promiscuous. You know, maybe that's why they're so promiscuous. They've forgotten what was given to them, what was done for them, and they have some kind of weird, what is the wound with their mother? Why is their mother an obstacle? Oh, just one sec. Just a sec. Someone is choking at the table next to me. I gotta perform an emergency tracheotomy. So their mom is like this weird know-it-all. Hello, everyone. Paranormal investigators from the UK here. So, oh, UK in the house. Yes, come through, UK. All are welcome here. Love you. So this mother's an obstacle because she's always got to. She's like, oh, one sec. Someone's choking. I gotta perform a tracheotomy. Oh, okay, just hold, please. Like, so, like, pompous. She's very, um, controlling. She has to be, like, a know-it-all. She has to, like, prove to everyone that she's, like, knows things. I know tracheotomy. Like, give me a break, lady. Ugh, just a second. Someone's choking at the table next to me. Like, it's just, like, that just alone. Is this a Coldplay lyric? I can't tell. So she's someone who tries to act like she's cool. She tried, very good. Thank you for being here. We're talking about, we did the protagonist, and we read, it's a promiscuous man that has sinned against God because he's basically a prostitute, but he doesn't take money. He doesn't take money for prostitution. He takes favors and stuff, I guess, which is the same as prostitution, you guys. If you're having sex to manipulate people to get them to do what you want, you're still using sex to gain something. So that's still a prostitute. You're still using your body and your sexuality to gain something, and that's not the reason why you have sex. If you want to know the reason you have sex, you can go watch our Sex and Energy episode that just came out on our podcast, Spirit News. So that's so funny that this is coming up. But this person has a obstacle, and it's their mother, because their mother possibly had sex with them, so it fucked them up in the head. And now the goal is to know God. So I don't know if this person wants to come back to God, or if they use sex as a way to feel love, or to get close to God or love, which is the same thing. God and love are the same thing. So I don't know for sure, but they're doing research at the library. Maybe they're looking up God. Maybe they're trying to learn, how do I get close to God? I don't know yet, but they're very immature emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Litty titty, my brother. The itty bitty titty committee bitty the fool. I love that song. Get the fuck up. Simon Says, get the fuck up. I'm going to play that song afterwards. I can't wait. But their mom is like a nightmare. So I only have 2 cards for their mom, and so far it's like, it's just a sec. Someone is choking at the table next to me. Oh my God, how dare they? Let me perform a tracheotomy. Is this a Coldplay lyric? I can't tell. LOL. She tries to seem like she's cool and hip and knows things. Like she's a know-it-all. I don't remember giving you permission to talk to me. Yeah, his mom's an asshole. Look, you were great, but the eye patch kind of freaked me out. She's judgmental. One little thing wrong with you, and she's off telling you how stupid you are. Sorry, gotta vlog. My subscribers need me. So someone concerned with numbers, views, likes. Someone very 3D. Someone who's not emotionally mature. Sir, these are not the types of conversations we have on the Verizon Wireless 24-hour helpline. I will be disconnecting now. Aww. So this is the son. This son is deprived of love. This son is deprived of an emotional attachment. This son is looking to sources that aren't appropriate for emotional support. And he's extending himself out, and he's getting rejected. This person, this is why you shouldn't have kids until you're emotionally mature, until you're spiritually mature, until you're mentally mature, because this is what happens, and you mess your kids up. You super mess them up because you haven't dealt with your own emotional attachments. And you're so pompous and such an asshole. You act like your shit don't stink. Sorry, gotta vlog. My subscribers need me. Like, get the hell out of here. Your son needs you. Your son is going to the library trying to research God because you're an asshole. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be judgmental. I'm very sorry. I'm new to this. These things really upset me. I have my own kids, and it's so important for me to make sure that that I teach them emotional regulation, and it's just, ugh, really gets me. Really, really tears my heart. Really grinds my gears, okay? What else are they talking about? Thank you so much, Spirit, for giving us the messages. It's my honor to give a higher perspective. How can we help? How can we help? What do we need to know? I'm filling a restraining order, and this text will be going in as evidence. This person has a history of restraining orders against them. Probably, I'm getting an obsessive love style. Meet me on Beacon Street and 4th under the bridge, 6 p.m. You're dead fucking meat. So this person's very violent, it's like, and they're kind of stupid because, like, why would I go meet you? They're just quick to anger. They're quick to anger. They want to beat people up every second because they haven't learned how to regulate their emotions because their mom friggin' raped them, SA'd them. BRB, I'm drunk as fuck, gang. I love you. This person has a drinking problem because they're running away from their emotions because they don't want to look at the fact that their mom is just a really toxic person. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Thinking of you. God gives his, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Thinking of you. Wow, that's beautiful. So, I think what God wants me to point out and for people to remember is that you go through trauma, you go through emotional trauma to help propel you towards healing. And people who get the worst trauma are often the strongest healers because I'm gonna cry. Whew, even myself, as a healer, I've gone through a really hard time. I just don't look like it because I decided to heal that trauma. And once you decide to heal the trauma, you actually reverse time because trauma is what ages you. It's what ages you faster. And so a lot of people think that I got here just magically, but I didn't. It was a humongous trauma, like trauma you wouldn't believe. And I don't like talking about it because it's not a dominant factor in my reality because I've already healed it. Okay? But this person is meant to be a healer because they have the ultimate wound of SA'd by their mom. That's a really big wound that comes with a lot of things. But God's reminding them that God gives his toughest battles to the strongest soldiers. Because it propels you into you being your ultimate potential faster. And that's why we come here to earth. So we can feel the pain and we can transmute it. And the faster we can learn that and understand that, the faster you can be on your soul's journey. And this person's soul's journey is to be a healer or something of that kind, some kind of God soldier, which is going to be a shaman, a healer, a doctor, a lawyer, somewhere where you're helping, where you're being of service. And this person was helped by God. Remember in the Bible passage we said, I gave you all the things you needed. I gave you all the fine things. You were like royalty. And then you decided to use your beauty Because this person's probably very attractive. This person's probably very attractive. They use their looks to get what they want. They prostitute themselves out with their looks. Because they think that sex is love. Because their mother showed them sex at a very young age. And she's like, sorry, gotta go do my vlog, bye. Like, could you be any more insensitive? What are you, like, you have the emotional equivalency of a pen. I love you, pen. Oh, pen. Pen, I love you. Will you love me back? Pen. Why won't you love me, pen? Pen! You know, it's like that. It's like, it's non-reciprocal. It's not an equal give and take. It's a power dynamic. This mother has power issues because she got her power taken away. You know what? Let's bring the mother's wound out, okay? We're talking about this son. The son is at least trying to find God in some way, but this mother is a nightmare. Let's learn what her wound is, okay? You want to have sex with your sons? Well, we're going to have to figure out your wound so we can help heal you, okay? God, thank you so much for giving us the messages. Can you please show us how we can help heal this mother? Boyfriends. My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble. My boyfriend's back and I'm gonna be in trouble. Hey now, my boyfriend's back. Well, maybe that's why she rejected him, because at first it was all good to have the attention of a young boy who doesn't know any better, who's looking at that as love. That's how a boy's going to look at sex at a young age, that's love. She clearly did it because she was lonely and insecure and wanted some kind of attention, and she probably got adoration from her son. It was probably felt really good to her to get that kind of attention. But then she got a boyfriend or a husband or whatever, and she ended up rejecting him. So that he was rejected at a young age from what he thought was love. Oh, it's so sad. So sad. Oh, Jesus. Hostile. Yeah, antagonistic, aggressive, warlike. This woman is an animal because she has unhealed wounds. Hiccups. How do you get them? How do you get rid of them? There's like, it's like this woman, she just uses people, to make herself feel good. She creates hostile environments. Once she's done with you, you're just a hiccup. She just wants to get rid of you. Once you've served your purpose in her eyes, she's just an unhealed person. She's unhealed. She doesn't want to look at at what she's done. So what does she do? She gets angry. She gets hostile, aggressive, warlike. She doesn't want to heal, but she's caused a lot of damage. What else? What else can you tell me about this woman? She's smelly, stinky, odorous, and rank. She doesn't even take care of her body. She doesn't take care of herself. What else can you tell me about her? Whoa, that's too many. Commuting. The daily grind, and we're not talking coffee. Commuting. It said in the Bible that she lets anybody inside of her. Anybody. And they don't even have to pay her. It's like she's just waiting there with her legs open, just like this. Because her self-esteem is so low. That's why. Because her self-esteem and her self-worth are so low that she doesn't view sex as something that's sacred or special. She doesn't view herself as something that's sacred or special because why? I don't know why. Let's find out. Brains upside down because she doesn't think she's smart. That's why she always has to pretend. That's why she always has to pretend like she knows everything. Ugh, just 1 second. Someone's choking. I gotta do tracheotomy. She's just pompous. She's I don't remember giving you permission to talk to me. Yeah, because she's trying to, vital to human existence and mad scientist. Yeah, she's just someone overcompensating for the things she feels insecure about. Okay, so she always has to be a know-it-all. Everything she looks up is probably on Google. You know, she's bossy, she's aggressive, she's warlike. Norman Rockwell, American painter, illustrator, and all-around interpreter of small-town American life. She probably comes from a small town where it's not very cultured, where she didn't have a lot of context for to mirror herself off of other people, so she could expand herself, so she could grow. She never learned how to grow. She's just been staying in the same kind of state she's been in since, I don't know, maybe since she was violated or something. Explosive, bursting, blasting, dangerous. This mother is dangerous. I don't know in what way, but she is unpleasant. She's very unpleasant, and she doesn't want to admit that she may have messed her kids up. Let's look in a book. Let's look in the thistle. Actually, yeah, let's look in the thistle. Spirit, please tell us more about how we can help, what we need to know. Nursery. The children spent their mornings at the nursery. Nurture. She's not a nurturer. She doesn't know. Neglect. Yeah. Oh God, it's so sad. The numberless amount of children were begging in the streets due to her neglect. The school is responsible for nurturing the child's mind, to train. She's not trained or disciplined. She's underdeveloped. Yeah, she hasn't cultivated any kind of nurture to herself. She doesn't nourish herself. She doesn't foster love in herself. She doesn't sustain it or maintain it or strengthen it. She doesn't give herself any nutriment for good things because she's always constantly in a negative state of mind, warlike, aggressive. She has a husband. Her husband is a stockbroker, and the nation must husband its natural resources. Her husband's hush-hush. Her husband is scared of her. Her husband just sits there and be quiet and is silent and doesn't say anything. Keeps mum. Hush the baby by rocking it. The husband might be the nurturer. The husband's the nurturer, but he's scared of this woman. Hurry and get home before it gets too dark, because she's bossy. She probably bosses him around because she's a hypocrite. The hypocrite told her he liked her hat, then laughed at it behind her back. She's insincere. She's a false person, two-faced, a pretender, phony, deceiver. She's hypocritical. She says one thing and then does another. She talks behind people's backs because she's an asshole. She's always trying to hurry everything and make everyone hygienic. Right here, we had, I don't know why she's so smelly, but maybe because she's prostitutes herself out and she has sex with her son. Contrition. Did Judas feel contrition for his betrayal of Christ? Oh, shit. Didn't I read the passage that she had contrition towards the Lord, who picked her up and gave her all nice things, and then she turned around and became a prostitute, but she doesn't even take money. She just uses sex to manipulate people. That's her contribution. Each $5 contribution will buy the orphans milk for a week. Oh my gosh, she could possibly take donations and use them for her own endowment. Wow. Just when I thought it couldn't get worse. Oh. Bolster. More timbers are needed to bolster the roof of mine. Support, brace, prop up, hold up, reinforce, maintain. More facts are needed to bolster your argument. Okay, that's a sign of change. Okay, so what else do you want us to know about this situation? Because clearly this woman is the reason why her son is a mess. But God wants to remind them that God gives his battles, God gives the toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Thinking of you. It's very true. He wouldn't give it to you if you didn't think you couldn't handle it. But it's up to you to transmute it, to not attach yourself to what happened to you, and to be able to release it. You are not what your mother did to you. This is her fault. It's not your fault, but it is up to you to transmute it. Thank you so much, Spirit, for giving us the messages. It's my honor to bring them forward. How can we help? The secret ingredient is love. Okay, how can we, what can we do? You are becoming a galactic human. Let's read. Spirit, please tell us how we can help this situation. So it is a galactic human temple of sorts. It is a center of energy. This is talking about your body, I think. It is a center of energy, a center of worship for humans. It is an imprint of the Galactic Federation's attempt to aid the spiritual hierarchy in the task of stewardship for your solar system. It commemorates those who resisted the great disaster caused by the Denoid Wars. The wars perpetuated by the Denoids that came into your solar system and destroyed that human effort of solar and planetary guardianship in your region. Oh my gosh, so his mom is like the Denoids that are destroying him in a human effort of guardianship, planetary guardianship in his region. He has to get rid of his mom. Not get rid of her, but he has to separate from his mom, because his mom is going to destroy him. And if he really wants to get through this and know God, you have to get rid of the drama. If you want to clear your field, you have to clear your field of the source of its uncleanness, If you're around somebody, Spirit says you have to get rid of any energy that doesn't match the energy that you're trying to attain. If you know that you're in a situation and you're with people, family, friends, places, things that make you feel bad emotionally, that's a sign that your body doesn't want to be there, your soul doesn't want to be there. And we often make ourselves stay in situations that don't feel good emotionally, not physically, emotionally. And because we don't understand our emotions. And so we stay with people who are explosive, that purposely want to sabotage us, and then we wonder why we're unhappy. You have to be in an environment that supports and nurtures the energy you want to become or be. Because if you don't, then you will just become the energy that is dominant in the area. That's how energy works, because it can't be destroyed. It can only be transmuted. Even if you were to transmute it in this situation, because of her inability to change, you got to say goodbye to her. And that's probably the hardest thing to do, because it's a mother. But just because they're your blood mother does not mean that they're your soul family. This is a karmic mother. A karmic mother means they're meant to teach you lessons. A karmic is a devil to teach lessons. What's that saying? It's blessings and lessons, lessons and devils. And the devils are karmic people who are generationally cursed, are meant to incarnate with you to teach you a lesson, to help you expand yourself. If this were an ideal situation and you were taught how to transmute energy from the day you were born, you would understand that this person is only a lesson for you. Just because they're your mother does not mean that they have power over you, that if you walk away from them, anything will happen bad to you. It will actually improve your life if you step away from this woman and you create a boundary. When you create a boundary, it's not like a physical boundary, it's an energetic boundary. This person has no boundaries, and they purposely use their son as a punching bag, and they have used them as a punching bag for a long time. And this person doesn't want to live this way anymore. Clearly, they're going to the library trying to find God. And they've learned promiscuity from their mother because their mother had sex with them at a young age because she's unhealed. So the only way that you're going to advance yourself, whoever this is, whoever this man is that spirit wants, that God wants to talk to, you're gonna have to separate, and it's unfortunately the only way. And people don't know that. They think they have to stay in these relationships forever just because they're blood, and it's not true. That's just a belief, and a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. These grays are but the instruments of this dark energy, which has flowed through present creation from its beginnings. This energy is now being dissipated, as was promised as part of the great prophecy. That's what we talk about in the time jump. If you want to learn more about what this is saying in the time jump, you can go to Spirit News. That prophecy said that all life in creation would pass through the ages of darkness and then eventually reach light. When the reunion with the higher realms became possible, creation thus goes through many cycles of light and darkness until the final light is ready to appear, which is the time now. That's why everybody is going through dark nights of the soul. Because if you didn't make it for the time jump to clear your field, you can still clear your field. It's just going to be a kind of unpleasant because you didn't do the work before the energy shifted. And so that's why we're helping you guys, because you guys don't understand energy, and you keep on holding on to emotional attachments, not understanding that it's affecting your energy field, and that's why you feel so bad. You're literally, this person's literally becoming their mother by sheer association, energetic association. That's why if you work at a job for like 25 years and you start resenting it and you start becoming angry and you start like turning into like this atrophied old person, it's because you're staying there because it's comfortable. You're not staying there because you love it or because it makes you feel so good about yourself. You're just staying there because of the comfortability of it and the convenience of it, and you've just known it for so long. But it doesn't mean that it feels good emotionally or that you love doing it. The goal is to follow what makes you feel emotionally full. And sometimes what makes you feel emotionally full, society will deem as ridiculous. Like, look what I'm doing. People think that I'm a witch and that I'm some kind of evil person because I'm honoring my psychic gift. But in my own experience, I have not honored my psychic gift my whole life until I was 38. And the minute I started honoring it, I'm gonna cry. The minute I started honoring it, I felt so good. It feels so good to do something that makes you happy. That's what you have to do, not what other people say you should do, not what this mother says you should do. This is what is occurring at this time. You are now securing a period of light in your particular solar system. The darkness that has held you in unconsciousness for so long has been put into a great retreat. The dark energy is presently acting in a very minimal way in your solar system, although on your planet its like vestiges are still great, even as we speak. Wow. That's amazing. I love you so much, Spirit. Listen, I hope this helps for anyone who has the same wound, and for anyone who's experiencing emotional disruption or distortion right now. Just know that you may want to take a look at your environment, the people in it, the places you go, the things you put in your body. If you're not nourishing yourself or intaking positivity in all those aspects of your life, you will feel it energetically as depression, anxiety. It will manifest itself in promiscuity, perhaps overspending, lots of physical things will manifest even in your body if you're not honoring your energy. And that's what we teach on Spirit News. Anyway, I hope this helped. Please let me know if you need anything. I don't know why I said that. I would love to help you. I'm here to be of service to help you get a higher perspective. I have a very unique skill set that just makes me feel more lost. Well, if you feel lost, then maybe you should move your energy. Go take a walk outside, go exercise. Usually when people feel lost, it's because they don't move their energy. Energy is always moving. It's constantly moving. If you're sitting on the couch and you're not intentionally imagining energy moving through you, you're going to feel stagnant. You're going to feel lost. You're going to feel depressed because you have stagnant energy inside of you that you don't consciously move. So that's why I go to the gym. I don't go to work out. I go to move my energy. I just go on the elliptical and I imagine my body the way I want it to be, and I imagine my energy moving like a torus field, like a donut, like going in, down, out, and around, and I say cycle my energy, and it feels fantastic. You feel like $1,000,000 afterwards because you got stagnant energy out of you. So that's something I would suggest you try, at least, or go outside and get a breath of fresh air, or get off your phone. You're more lost, but you're on the phone. So I don't know. You gotta figure that out for yourself. It's like trial and error. You have to try it and then see how you feel. And if that didn't work, you try something different. You might not find what works for you the first time. We're just giving you examples of what worked for us by asking our own spirit guides, and the advice they give me that I give you is specifically what they've given for me. But everybody has a different blueprint. Everyone has different DNA, different guides, different purpose, different north node, all kinds of things. That's why we encourage you to ask for your own guidance from your own spirit guides, so you don't have to constantly be looking outside of yourself. We made a post on TikTok about that. If you want to go look at that, that'll give you some more knowledge, so you can kind of explore. Be your own explorer. Be your own advocate of your own development, because nobody's going to do it for you. You have to take the action step to have the curiosity, because there's nothing magical outside of you that's going to do it. It's going to be within you. The action all starts within. Okay? I'm going to be back later so we can do another reading before bed. Okay? I love you. Bye.